All right, guys, it is coming up on 1:39 after on this Saturday afternoon, and we currently have a brand new tornado warning that does include the Enterprise, Alabama area. And this warning is radar indicated. This warning goes for another 21 minutes, and we are looking at this off of the Montgomery radar site. However, it is more defined coming in here towards the Fort Rucker area. So there is the city of Enterprise right here, and there, of course, is your possible tornado. Sitting right here close to the Goodman area. Now, this warning goes for another 21 minutes. This weather service Doppler radar indicated a possible tornado near the area of New Brockton, or 10 miles southwest of Elba, moving to the northeast at 25 miles per hour. Hazard is a tornado. This is a radar indicated rotation. Enterprise and New Brockton in 10 minutes, which will be around 1:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this is once again a tornado warning that does include the Enterprise Municipal Airport as well, and includes the area near the Enterprise area. And basically, if you are along or northwest of Rucker Boulevard, you need to go on ahead and be in your safe place right now. And especially if you were down here near the Martin Heights community and the Indigo community down here along the Highway 84 corridor, just north of the city of Enterprise, as there is your hook echo over the city of Goodman right now. So this is a pretty significant looking hook on the radar right now, and this is coming into the area down here towards a highly populated area down here in the city of Enterprise. And there is your possible tornado that is sitting over here towards the County Road 609 area, and also the Turner Crossroads area as well, and the western end of County Road 620 down here near the city of Enterprise, Alabama. And this is the only storm of concern that we have in the entire state of Alabama. However, it is over and right near a populated center here in South Alabama, the Enterprise area. And so that's why the Weather Service went on ahead and issued a tornado warning. Now, once again, the area is broad. However, it was real tight back when they issued the warning back around the Goodman area. And so if you had to put a point on where the Weather Service or where the actual tornado warning is, it's going to be your possible tornado is going to be right here, probably about a good 5 miles to the west of Enterprise. However, whenever storms do start to rotate, they can and often will veer off to the right a little bit once they really get things going. So that is why they put Enterprise under the tornado warning, and especially out here, if you are near the Turner Crossroads area, or if you're near the Fairfield Estates area, that is the area of concern right now down here in the city of Enterprise. And this is once again a tornado that is radar indicated. There, of course, you can see is the airport right there, where the plane icon is right there on your radar screen. And this is going to be just off to the northern suburbs of the city of Enterprise. Basically, if you are near the North Main Street area, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. And if you were on the northern end of 192 that goes around the city of Enterprise, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now, as that is a pretty tight couplet that is sitting over here near the Demacus and the Turner's Crossroad area down here in South Alabama. And especially if you were over here towards the area of New Brockton down here in Coffee County, which is in southeast Alabama. And like I said, this is a supercell thunderstorm that has the potential to produce a tornado. And once again, there is your hook right here. And this is a real interesting little feature right down here. So your possible tornado would be back in this area right here, but it's probably going to be somewhere in this area right up here because the radar has not updated and the radar just did. And so your possible tornado is going to be very broad. However, it is still visible right there, just off to the northwest of the city of Enterprise. And so this is going to be crossing the Highway 84 corridor within the next few minutes. So you guys need to go on ahead and be in your safe place. Nobody should be driving between Enterprise and the Richburg area along the 84 corridor, as once again, this is a radar indicated tornado here on the radar. And the good news is I'm not seeing anything on the correlation coefficient. And let me check. Let me check. Checking. Once again, this warning for Coffee County, Alabama goes until 2 p.m. And there's also surrounding that a severe thunderstorm warning for Dale and Coffee County, and that goes until 2 p.m. as well. And like I said, there is no watches, there are no warnings down here in South Alabama. This is just a rogue tornado warning that has the potential to produce a tornado that is right here, just off to the northwest of the city of Enterprise right now. And the good news is it does look like that it has broadened out a lot. And there's your update of the actual severe thunderstorm warning for another 14 minutes. And I would expect the Weather Service is going to be updating the tornado warning here very soon. Because if you're watching in Goodman right now, or if you're watching back down here along the 87 corridor, guys, you need to go on ahead and I can give you the all clear. Because this storm is now up here a little bit closer to the Turner Crossroads area and the 134 corridor, and also County Road 533. Okay, the Tallahassee, this is actually where this warning is coming from, out of the National Weather Service in Tallahassee. Tallahassee is continuing the tornado warning until 2 o'clock. Radar indicated for Coffee County until 2 o'clock. So they are continuing the tornado warning down here for Coffee County until 2 o'clock, which is in about 13 minutes or so. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over New Brockton or near Enterprise, moving to the northeast at 25 miles per hour. This is a radar indicated rotation right now. Enterprise, it will be on top of you here within about another 2 minutes. So you need to go on ahead and be in your safe place right now. And especially if you were up here towards the Fairfield Estates area, the Shell Heights, the Martin Heights, or along the Powell Road area or North Main Street coming out of 84, coming north out of Enterprise. You need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. Also up here towards the New Brockton area along 84, 51, and 167. So that is the area of concern right now. This is going to be for the northwestern portions of the Enterprise metro area. If you were down here towards the Keaton or the Batten's Crossroads area, or if you're over here towards the Level Plains, Alabama area, you guys are okay from this. Downtown Enterprise is okay from this. But the northern extent of Enterprise, and especially between the northern extent of Enterprise and all the way up here to Richburg, needs to go on ahead and be in their safe place right now. That is the lowest floor of their home, near the center, and of course away from windows. And the good news is this is very broad rotation that is going to be sitting here just off to the south of 84. However, it will be crossing 84 here within a matter of minutes. But with this being close to a really big populated area like Enterprise, the Weather Service wants to continue the warning for a few more minutes until 2 o'clock because, like I said, this is a pretty big area down here in South Alabama. Now, this is the only warning of concern that we have out there right now. We've got other showers and thunderstorms that are ongoing across a good portion of Alabama. A lot of heavy rain up here towards Andalusia and down here between Andalusia and Greenville, and especially this stuff over here south of Troy and Luverne. We're going to have to watch all of this stuff for the remainder of the day for the potential of a couple of tornadoes and severe thunderstorm warnings. Then also you got a lot more that's back here towards the Saraland community, Art Atmore, Bay Minette, and then Pritchard as well. And I'm actually real quick going to see. And the good news is there's little to no rotation with these storms down here in Mobile County. Okay, so the Storm Prediction Center put out a mesoscale discussion saying that a watch probability is 5% for the rest of the afternoon and the evening, but there is an isolated threat of a couple of tornadoes down here in South Alabama and Georgia as well. The threat is non-zero, but their watch issuance is not that is not that good. Their watch issuance percentage is only at 5% right now. Now, I've shown you what's going on down here in South Alabama. Let me take a look and show you up here what's going on up here across North Alabama and East Alabama as well. We have a couple of showers and thunderstorms here in the Birmingham metro area, down here towards the Birmingham, Vestavia, Hueytown, Fairfield, and Midfield areas. None of those are severe right now. We've also got a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms in and around the Tuscaloosa area and West Alabama. And we've got some other storms of concern up here in North Alabama and the Tennessee Valley, over here towards the Russellville area, and then, of course, in between Florence and Decatur. But all in all, the most active weather right now is going to be this down here towards the Enterprise, Alabama area. And once again, we've got a supercell thunderstorm that is capable of producing a possible tornado but it's going to be sitting right here, just north of the Shell Heights community, down here in Enterprise, Alabama, north of Fairfield Estates, and it's going to be sitting right here, just about to cross over the 84 corridor south of New Brockton, and then eventually getting up here towards the Indigo, Alabama area. So if you are in the northern portions of Enterprise, I want you to stay in your safe place for another few minutes until they officially either cancel the warning or they extend it on. Now, it does look like that this will stay well west of Daleville and well west of Fort Rucker. However, next up would be the Indigo community and the New Brockton area. But once again, this is a very broad area of rotation, sitting up here towards the New Brockton area. And so your possible tornado would be somewhere right back up in here. And this is going to be north of the city of Enterprise. However, I still want you hunkered down if you are in Enterprise for about another 3 or 4 minutes or so, just simply because this is so close to a populated area down here in South Alabama in Coffeyville. In Coffee County, Alabama. And no updates from the National Weather Service in Tallahassee. The warning goes for another 5 minutes until 2 o'clock. So I would expect the Weather Service down there in Tallahassee would be giving an update here very, very soon. And I know that this is very uncharacteristic weather for Alabama in December, to have tornado warnings and the possibility of a few isolated tornadoes. Now, I do note this area of concern right up here, south of the China Grove area and over here towards the Steel Crossroads area. Going to have to watch that, as that is a broad area of rotation as this moves on up here towards the area near Union Springs. And this is just north of the city of Troy. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that one as well, for the possibility of a tornado warning coming here for China Grove and the Steels Crossroads area. And I do believe that this area up here would be the area from the National Weather Service down in Mobile to issue the warning up there. So just getting another update. And the Storm Prediction Center continues a marginal risk coverage for portions of South Alabama, South Georgia, and the Florida Panhandle. So that was the ding that you heard. National Weather Service in Mobile has issued, for those driving right now, Weather Service in Mobile has issued a flood advisory for Conecuh and Escambia counties until 5 o'clock for the next 3 hours. And that's going to be for that batch of rain that is sitting over the area down there for portions of Conecuh and Escambia counties. So once again, we are awaiting confirmation from the National Weather Service in Tallahassee about what they're going to do with this watch and this warning down here, as this warning is now north of the city of Enterprise, and the rotation looked a little bit better on the radar up there out of Montgomery. Right in this area right here. near the Indigo community. So that's where the possible tornado is going to be. It's going to be north of the city of Enterprise, but it is so close. I want everybody to still be in their safe place right now. That is the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. Now, a little bit later on, back off to the west, we are going to have to keep our eye for the rest of the afternoon on this line of storms as it continues to push on off to the west, push on off to the east, I should say, coming from the west. And that's why the Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center has put a marginal risk out for a good portion of South Alabama. Is because of this area right down here near Lake Charles is going to have to be watched as it comes on towards the coastal areas of Mobile and Pensacola a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening. And these storms are producing winds in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour right now. So it's got a long way to go. It's got to get through Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Gulfport before it gets over here into the areas in South Alabama. But nonetheless, we got to watch these and any of these storms down here, especially these that are down here in between Bruton and Atmore. Got to watch those. Got to watch this batch over here between Andalusia and stretching all the way up here to Troy. And then we got to watch this one supercell right here that is north of the city of Enterprise as it tries to move over towards the Ozark area. So it's going to be a rather active afternoon, regardless of whether you see warnings or not. This is a very, very soupy air mass down here. And so you're going to have a lot of torrential rain, and you're also going to have the issues of flooding with the potential of a couple of spin up tornadoes and damaging straight line winds, and especially anywhere that you get these red shaded areas. And the Weather Service is allowing the warnings to expire for Enterprise right now, so that is a good thing. So the warning has been allowed to expire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very short break. I will continue to watch all of this for you guys. I intend to do another severe weather update periodically throughout the afternoon and the evening. However, I will do more as needed down here in South Alabama as conditions warrant. So that is the situation that we have ongoing right now. All of the warnings have been allowed to expire. Yeah, all the warnings have been allowed to expire. So that is the good news right now. So I will continue to watch the latest weather information and be back periodically with severe weather updates. All right, guys, it is coming up on 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. I hope everybody is doing well across a good portion of Mississippi and Louisiana. I did, however, want to jump here on social media and give you guys a quick heads up as we move into the late afternoon and into the early evening hours tonight. There is a batch of rain and storms and severe weather that I'm currently watching moving through the western portions of Louisiana, basically from the cities of Lake Charles over to Lafayette and Baton Rouge. And the reason that I wanted to come on here is because there is the outside shot. There is the outside shot of seeing a couple of severe storms a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening for a small portion of South Mississippi. And basically, this would be south of the 84 corridor down here in the Pine Belt area, and especially for those that are in the DeSoto National Forest area, also along the coast near Slidell, Gulfport, Biloxi, Pascagoula, and Ocean Springs, as we have this batch of storms that is over here towards the Lake Charles area. And this line of storms is going to continue to push on off to the east towards the Baton Rouge area, the Hammond, Louisiana area, New Orleans, Slidell, and then eventually make it over here into Gulfport, Ocean Springs, Biloxi, and Pascagoula. Now, I also could not rule out a isolated severe storm, Macomb, Columbia, or Hattiesburg area, but this is going to be for the far southern portions of Mississippi. And I would say anytime after 5 o'clock this afternoon or this evening, there is the outside risk of seeing an isolated severe storm. And like I said, this is going to be basically along the 98 corridor and the 84 corridor and points off to the south. So basically, from the cities of Macomb over to Columbia and Hattiesburg points off to the south, you guys could see an isolated shot of seeing a couple of severe storms as I'm watching this line of storms that is coming through Lake Charles right now. Next up would be Lafayette, Louisiana, then Baton Rouge, then Hammond, Louisiana, then New Orleans, and then getting over here towards the coast of Mississippi. So, once again, that is what we've got going on right now. And remember, this is the last weekend before Christmas. So, that is the reason that I wanted to jump on here and let you guys know that there is the outside risk of an isolated severe storm across the southern portions of Mississippi. Basically, if you live in the Pine Belt area, down here from Hattiesburg, Laurel, Ellisville, and points off to the south, all the way to the coast, you have a shot of seeing severe weather a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening. And so that is the reason that I wanted to jump here on Facebook and let you guys know that that is the issue. Now, of course, I will be keeping up with the latest weather information, and as these get closer, as they get into the Hammond, Louisiana area, the New Orleans, and the Slidell area, I will continue to provide updates for you guys later on this afternoon and this evening, and I will keep my eye on any of these storms that are out ahead of the main line, because those can and often do produce a couple of tornadoes. So we've got a pretty strong thunderstorm down here in South Mississippi near the McLean area, also near the Beaumont area, just off to the west of Leakesville, and we're going to have to watch those as they continue to slide on off towards the north and towards the east for the potential of a few isolated tornadoes a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening. But the good news is I'm not seeing any signs of rotation with any of these storms that are out here right now. We did just have a tornado warning that just wrapped up over here in Alabama near the Enterprise, Alabama area. So that's the reason that I wanted to jump over here on the Mississippi side of things and let you guys know that there is the outside risk of seeing a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening for the southernmost portions of Mississippi. And once again, if you got anybody that's living in the city of Lake Charles, if you got any family members down there, this storm is coming into Lake Charles, Louisiana, and there is the possibility of an isolated tornado. The warning does say tornado possible along the I-10 corridor in between Lake Charles and the Iowa community down here in Louisiana. So that is the situation that we have ongoing. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your afternoon and evening. And like I said, as these continue to march closer to the state line of Mississippi, I will be back on here doing frequent updates. And if there's one tornado warning that is issued for any portion of Mississippi, you know you can count on me. I will be right here providing severe weather coverage in the event that we do have a rogue tornado warning this afternoon and this evening. Hope you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. Keep it tuned right here to the Facebook page. Give us a like, give us a follow, and notify you that when we go live for the potential of a couple of tornadoes this afternoon and this evening. I will be back with frequent weather updates here within the next hour and a half to 2 hours or so before then, if necessary.